What if I told you that no contact alone won't make her regret leaving? That just ignoring her messages, blocking her number, and vanishing from her life isn't enough to make her obsessed? Because here's the hard truth. Most men use no contact as a strategy, a ploy to make her miss them, but she sees through it. She feels your desperation, even in your silence, and that's why she doesn't come back. Think about it. When a man goes no contact, what is he really doing? Most of the time he's waiting, watching the phone, checking her social media, wondering if she's thinking about him. He's physically absent but mentally obsessed. And women feel that energy. She doesn't miss you because she knows you're still stuck on her. She knows you're hoping she texts. She knows you haven't moved on. And as long as she knows that, she has no reason to regret leaving. So here's the reality that most men refuse to accept. No contact isn't about making her miss you. It's about erasing her power over you. It's about breaking the invisible chains that keep you emotionally tied to her. Because the moment you truly stop caring, when you stop checking, stop waiting, stop wondering, that's when she feels it. That's when she starts to panic. That's when she starts to wonder, why isn't he chasing me? Why isn't he reacting? Because, my friend, the second she realizes she lost control over you, that's when she starts to regret. This is where we separate the weak from the strong. This is where you shift from a desperate man hoping she comes back to a stoic force of nature that she can't ignore. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why no contact isn't enough. You'll know exactly how to become the kind of man she can't forget, the kind of man that leaves a permanent mark on her mind. But before we dive in, do this. If you're ready to stop begging for breadcrumbs, if you're done waiting for her to care, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I refuse to be an option. Now let's begin. Number 1. Detachment is power. Most men fail right here. They think detachment means pretending not to care. They'll go no contact, they'll stay off her social media, but deep down, they're waiting, counting the days, hoping she'll feel the void and come crawling back. But that's not detachment, that's manipulation. And women, they can smell it from a mile away. True detachment is different. It's not pretending to be indifferent, it's becoming indifferent. It's not an act, it's a state of being. A stoic man doesn't ignore a woman to make her miss him. He ignores her because he genuinely doesn't care anymore. And that is where your real power begins. Because here's the paradox. When you actually stop caring, when you genuinely move on with your life, that's when she feels it the most. A woman expects you to chase. She expects you to try and win her back. And the second she realizes you're not doing that, that's when she starts questioning everything. She starts to wonder, did I make a mistake? Why isn't he trying to fix this? Did he find someone better? And the doubt starts eating at her. That's the power of true detachment. When you master it, you become dangerous. Not in a reckless way, but in a way that makes you completely unshakable. A woman can feel when a man has moved beyond her, and when she senses that you're no longer invested in what she does, who she's with, or whether she comes back. That's when she starts thinking about you more than ever before. But here's where most men fail. They can't hold the line. The moment she texts, the moment she watches their story, the moment they see a glimmer of attention, they crack, they rush back, they undo everything. And just like that, she knows she still has them in her grip. You have to be stronger than that. Detachment is a lifestyle, not a tactic. It's about shifting your focus from her to yourself. It's about becoming the man who doesn't need anyone to validate him, a man who moves forward, no matter what. So if you're ready to stop being a puppet in her game, if you're done waiting for her to care, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my own destiny. Number 2. Silence speaks louder than words. You want to know the fastest way to make her obsessed? It's not begging. It's not arguing. It's not proving your worth in some long-winded message. Nope. The most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. Silence is a weapon. It creates a void. And the human mind hates voids. It fills them with stories, with questions, with doubt. That's why silence is so powerful in dark psychology. It forces her to start thinking. Most men get desperate after a breakup. They need closure. They need to explain themselves. They need one last conversation to fix things. But every word you say, every message you send, it kills your power. Because it tells her, I still care. I still need your validation. You still have control over my emotions. But when you go silent, completely silent, no breadcrumbs, no likes on her posts, no checking her stories, no nothing, that's when the real magic happens. Because now, she's left with only her thoughts. Did he forget about me? Why isn't he reaching out? Was I not that important to him? And here's where it gets dangerous, because women are used to attention. They expect to have emotional power over you. When that power is gone, when she can't get a reaction out of you, that's when the obsession begins. Because suddenly, you're the mystery now. You're the one that's unpredictable. Silence makes her question her decisions. It makes her doubt her own worth. And if there's one thing a woman hates, it's the idea that she might not be as important to you as she thought. That's the moment she starts chasing. But here's where most men fail. They break the silence too soon. The second she reaches out, they get too excited. They see her message and think, this is my chance, and they jump right back into her hands. Wrong. That's weak. That tells her, you were just waiting the whole time. A true Stoic man, he doesn't just go silent. He stays silent until he chooses to speak, until it's on his terms. That's real power. So if you're done talking just to be ignored, if you're ready to make her wonder where you went, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence is my strength. Number 3, become unpredictable. Let me tell you something. Predictability is the death of attraction. The moment she knows exactly what you're going to do, how you're going to react, or when you're going to reach out, you become forgettable. And in the game of power, being forgettable is unacceptable. Most men are too easy to read. She knows if she ignores you, you'll double text. She knows if she posts something mysterious, you'll be watching. She knows if she gives you even a little attention, you'll come running. And because she knows, she doesn't care. Because there's no mystery, no intrigue, no challenge. But what happens when you break that pattern? What happens when you disrupt what she expects? That's when she starts paying attention. One day, you disappear. No posts, no updates, no reactions. The next, you're out with people she's never seen before, doing things she never expected. 1 week, you're silent. The next, she sees you thriving, new places, new people, new energy. And the whole time you never once acknowledge her existence. Now she's thinking, why isn't he reacting? What changed? Did he forget about me? Did he find someone else? And that's when she starts watching you, studying you, wondering if she made a mistake. This is the power of unpredictability. It keeps her hooked because she can't figure you out. And in dark psychology, the human brain hates uncertainty. It will obsess over what it doesn't understand. But here's the key. This has to be real. You can't just pretend to move on. You have to actually step into a new version of yourself, a version that's not waiting, not reacting, not stuck in the past. Because once you become unpredictable, not as a game, but as a way of life, you become unforgettable. So if you're done being the guy she can read like a book, if you're ready to make her wonder for once, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am a mystery she'll never solve. Number 4, cold as ice, mastering emotional control. Emotions make or break a man, and when it comes to relationships, your emotions are either your weapon or your weakness. Most men, they let their emotions control them. They get angry, they get desperate, they react. And the moment you react, you lose. Women don't test men with words, they test them with silence, with rejection, with mind games. And the men who fail, They show their hand, they over-explain, they get emotional, they try to prove their worth. And all of that, it screams weakness. A strong man, one who understands stoicism, one who has mastered dark psychology, never lets his emotions dictate his actions. He doesn't beg, he doesn't argue, he doesn't break character when she pulls away. He remains cold, calculated, and in control. This is what separates the men she forgets from the men she can't stop thinking about. The moment she realizes she can't shake you, that nothing she does can make you react, that she has no power over your emotions, that's when she starts feeling powerless, and that's when she starts chasing. Because here's something most men don't realize. Women don't crave your love. They crave your strength, your stability, your ability to remain unfazed no matter what. They want to feel your presence, not through desperate words, but through your absence of reaction. A man who can control his emotions in the face of rejection, that man is dangerous. That man is unstoppable, because now he decides how the game is played. So the next time she tries to get under your skin, the next time she ignores you to see if you'll react, the next time she pulls away to see if you'll chase, do nothing, feel nothing, let her sit in the silence of her own choices. Because the coldest man in the room, that's the one they always remember. If you're ready to become the kind of man she can't manipulate, if you're done letting emotions control you, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I master my emotions. They do not master me. Number 5. Building an unstoppable life. Here's a brutal truth. Most men don't get left because they weren't good enough. They get left because they stopped growing. They got comfortable, predictable, stagnant, and nothing kills attraction faster than a man who stops evolving. You want to make her regret leaving? You want to make her obsessed? Then stop focusing on her and start focusing on you. Because the second a man shifts his energy inward, toward his goals, his purpose, his elevation, he becomes a force of nature, and that's when she starts watching. But this isn't about revenge. This isn't about leveling up just to get her back. Nope, that's weak. That's just another form of attachment. The goal is to reach a place where she could come crawling back on her knees, and you wouldn't even care. Because a man on a mission doesn't have time to dwell on what's lost. He's too busy winning. Every great man in history, from Marcus Aurelius to modern-day billionaires, understood this truth. Your power doesn't come from a woman's approval. Your power comes from what you build. So ask yourself, what are you creating? What are you working on? Are you in the gym, sharpening your body? Are you stacking your money, building your empire? Are you improving your mind, gaining new knowledge, new skills, new levels of wisdom? Because here's the secret most men never realize. When you become undeniable, when you create a life so powerful, so magnetic, so rare, people feel it, and women chase that energy. But here's the best part, you won't care, because you won't need her attention anymore, and that is when you become truly untouchable. So if you're ready to stop crying over the past, if you're done making her the center of your world, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I invest in myself, no one else. Number 6. Rewriting your story. The biggest mistake men make after a breakup? They let her define their story. They stay trapped in the past, replaying memories, analyzing every little detail, wondering what they could have done differently. But here's the truth. She's already moved on. And the longer you stay stuck in that old version of yourself, the longer you remain a prisoner of her memory. If you want to make her obsessed, if you want to make her regret leaving, you have to do something most men will never do. You have to rewrite your story. You have to become unrecognizable to the version of you she left behind. Because the man she walked away from, he no longer exists. Think about it. When she left, she made a decision based on who she thought you were. And as long as you remain that same man, she'll never question her choice. But the second she sees that you've transformed, that you're operating on a different level, with different energy, different confidence, that's when she starts doubting everything. She starts wondering, did I make a mistake? Who is he becoming? Why does he seem so different, so powerful? And that's when the tables turn, because now you're the one she's trying to figure out. But this isn't just about her. This is about you. This is about stepping into the highest version of yourself. Not for revenge, not for validation, but because you refuse to stay the same. Because you refuse to be defined by a relationship that's already dead. Men who stay the same, they get forgotten. Men who evolve, they get remembered forever. So if you're ready to stop being a chapter in her story and start writing a brand new one of your own, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the author of my own life. Number 7. Killing the hope, embracing the reality. Hope is a dangerous thing. It keeps men trapped. It keeps them waiting. It keeps them checking their phone, watching her social media, analyzing every little sign. Did she look at my story? Did she post something about me? Is she trying to get my attention? Nope. She's living her life. And the longer you sit around hoping she'll come back, the longer you stay weak. Here's the truth. Hope is the enemy of progress. As long as you're secretly holding on to the idea that she'll wake up and realize she made a mistake, you're still chained to her. And as long as you're chained to her, you'll never be free. She's not coming back. And even if she does, she's coming back to test you, not to love you. Women don't respect men who wait. They don't regret leaving a man who puts his life on hold for them. They regret the man who moves on so fast, so powerfully, that he forces them to question their entire decision. But that only happens when you kill the hope, when you accept reality, when you stop waiting for the past to fix itself and start building a future without her in it. This is where true power begins. This is where you step into your next chapter. Because a man who has no attachment to the past is unstoppable. He's dangerous. He's rare. And here's the twist. The moment you stop hoping, that's when she feels it. That's when the panic sets in. That's when she realizes, he's really gone. I don't control him anymore. And that's when she starts looking for you. But by then, you won't even care. So if you're ready to stop living in fantasy and start living in reality, if you're done waiting for a ghost to come back, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I release what I cannot control. Number 8. When she comes back, here's what you do, and she will come back. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but eventually she will return. Not because she loves you, not because she finally realized your worth. Nope. She comes back for one reason only, to see if she still has power over you. Women are drawn to what they can't control, and when you go silent, when you become unpredictable, when you rewrite your story and detach fully, she feels it, and it eats at her. That's when she starts testing the waters. A random text, a like on an old picture, a "Hey, how have you been?" message that seems innocent but is highly calculated. Most men fail here. They think, this is it. This is my chance to get her back. And they rush in. They get excited. They drop everything to respond, thinking that if they play their cards right, they'll finally win her over. Nope, wrong. That's weak. That tells her you were just waiting the whole time. And the second she sees that, she loses respect for you all over again. A real man? A stoic man? He doesn't react. He doesn't break character. He treats her return like it's nothing, because that's exactly what it is, nothing. If she reaches out, you don't rush to reply. You don't give her the satisfaction of knowing she still affects you. If you choose to respond, you keep it short, cold, and indifferent. No emotions, no excitement, just neutrality. Because here's the real secret. Her coming back is not the victory. The victory is when you don't care anymore. You see, when she realizes that even her return doesn't shake you, when she sees that she's just another message in your inbox, that's when the obsession begins. That's when she spirals. That's when she starts craving what she can't have. And by then, you're already too far ahead. So if you're done giving second chances, if you're ready to be the one who decides who stays and who goes, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I do not wait for the past to return. Number 9. The final lesson. You were the prize all along. Here's the truth you never saw before. She was never the prize. You were. But somewhere along the way you forgot that. You put her on a pedestal. You convinced yourself that her love, her attention, her validation was something to be earned. And in doing so, you gave away your power. But now you see clearly. You see that the real prize was always the man you were becoming, the discipline, the ambition, the unshakable self-respect. And that is what makes a man irresistible. Not his words, not his money, not his looks, but his presence, his energy. The fact that he doesn't need anyone to complete him. Because real power doesn't come from chasing. It comes from being chased. It comes from knowing your worth so deeply that people feel it just by being around you. And here's the ultimate twist. When you reach this level, when you become this man, it's no longer about making her regret. It's no longer about her at all. Because now, you're so far beyond her that she becomes a distant memory. That's when you win. Not when she comes back. Not when she begs. But when you don't even care anymore. Because now, you're untouchable. And a man who is untouchable, a man who has mastered himself, his emotions, his purpose, he never gets left again. So if you're done chasing, if you're done needing anyone to complete you, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the prize. I always was. Number 10. The ultimate power. Becoming the man she can never forget. There's a reason some men are impossible to forget. A reason why, years later, their name still lingers in the back of her mind. It's not because they begged. It's not because they chased. It's because they became legendary. You see, most men fade into the past because they never evolved. They stayed the same habits, the same mindset, the same weaknesses, and that's why they were replaceable. But the men who are never forgotten, the men who haunt a woman's thoughts, who she compares every future man to, they are the ones who transcended their old selves. They are the ones who became so powerful, so focused, so rare, that they left a permanent mark. It's not about just moving on, it's about rising up. It's about becoming the kind of man who commands respect, who walks into a room and owns it, not with words, but with presence. And the irony? When you become this man, when you reach a level where you truly don't care who stays or who leaves, that's when they all start chasing. That's when she starts watching from the sidelines, regretting, wondering what she lost. But by then, it won't matter, because you'll be living at a level she can't even reach anymore. That's the ultimate power. That's the final transformation. You don't just get her back, you become the man she'll compare every other man to, and they will all fall short. So if you're ready to step into your true power, if you're ready to become unforgettable, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the man she will never replace. This is the Stoic path. This is the dark psychology of attraction. This is how you take your power back. Now go and build yourself into something legendary. Now you see the truth. It was never about her. It was never about getting her back. It was never about making her regret. It was about you. About breaking free from the illusion that you ever needed anyone's validation. About stepping into the kind of power that attracts, not from desperation, but from pure, unshakable confidence. Because now, you're no longer just a man who's trying to heal. You're a man who knows his worth. A man who doesn't chase, doesn't wait, doesn't need. And that makes you unstoppable. By this point, she's already feeling it. The absence, the shift, the cold realization that she lost a man who was never meant to be forgotten. But here's the most powerful part. You don't even care anymore. That's the final transformation. That's freedom. And if you're ready to fully embrace it, if you're ready to leave the past behind for good, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, "I have already won," because you have. This is Stoic Blessing. Stay strong, stay focused, and never be forgotten.